Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Hyla with H. Cooper Crafty Bug and Crafty Bug's Homecoming Mom Beehive. And today I am working on some more custom cutouts, and I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see what I'm doing. And so I already worked on some of the cutouts for this order on a live, and I did it on both channels. And I was using HTV vinyl, glitter vinyl, and I did play around with some regular HTV, which I did not like, on glitter cardstock. But you know, I had never done it before, so I've done the glitter HTV on top of glitter cardstock, and I knew that was successful, but wanted to attempt that. Plus, they had the color. I was doing a beak of an eagle, so I wanted to try, and everyone voted for this one. And it really did pop on it, but it didn't heat press well. So I ended up going with this, and they looked beautiful. And today I'm going to be doing the rest of her cutouts, and these are going to be mostly names. The other was eagles and a football, and this one is going to be both their names, the name of the school, and junior, and I believe that's it. Is that? Yeah. So let me share that again. So her name is going to, this is going to go on a heart-shaped mum. So her name is going to be bigger. It's going to go on a, let me get onto Cricut so you can see what I'm doing. So her name is going to be on a heart-shaped mum on the flower. So I'm going about 7 inches. I looked at both of mine to see what size cutout I went with on both of my heart-shaped backers. And I'm like, you know, I don't know exactly what size hers is going to be, but I'm just kind of going with what I did. And then the rest of these are going to go on braids. Now his probably will get on like a looped braid, like one that's looped back and forth across the mum. From what I understand, if not, it'll be on one going down. So I don't want to make it huge, but I also want it to be bigger, a little bit bigger than these. So she's a junior, so we picked out this cute junior. It's 2.5 inches tall, but you got to remember the 2.5 is all the way at this fine tip right there. I wish I could click on there, right there and there, and then the bottom is here. So this to this is not 2.5. And then of course on his, the M's and the D's are going to be bigger, but it's definitely a chunkier, you know, font. So the different fonts, just because you have this one right here, sized one way, sizing this one the exact same is not going to work if you're wanting them all the same, because when you're using different fonts, they're all going to be different. And then on this one is going to be for the school, and I actually did it with 3 different, it's going to cut out in 3 different sections. So she can space those however she wants. They're going to cut out separately. Like these are going to be, that's going to be fun because I have to do those letters individually, but the background is connected. Same with here. Same with here. Of course, those little dots are not fun because you got to be careful when you're weeding the cardstock that you don't accidentally do something with that. And then let's see, these are all separate too. It just depends on the font. Some of them, the fonts will be connected, which to me is a lot easier to attach, but because you just want to make sure that you're putting them on the offset perfectly when you're gluing them on. And see, that one's almost all connected, so that one's going to be easier for me to weed, but it is a finer one. I did offset it a little bit to make it thicker. Then of course her name, some of that is connected. It's going to be really, really pretty. And one of the things I do when I'm trying to figure out if I've got them how I want them, so I'll put one behind the other. I'm like, okay, it's longer. I mean, if you go to the main part, I guess it's about the same, but it is longer. So we go like this. So it is going to be bigger. I may make it just a tad bit taller. Maybe one more. Let's go one more. And then on this one, of course, it's very long, but like I said, it's going to be in 3. I didn't do it. I didn't space it because if I did it like this, where it's in 3 parts, because if I had done it in one, like this is one, where they were all connected and where I clicked on it, they would all move. If I did that, then when I go to cut it, it would leave these big spaces when you go to cut it, and you wouldn't be able to move it around. So when I go to cut it out, these are going to be on the mat differently, and I'll show you when I get to that point if that does not make sense to you. Okay, so I have my Cricut Maker 3 turned on, and let's see, I've got my cardstock out. I've the navy from Hobby Lobby, and now this is the navy HTV. Let me go ahead and make this bigger for a second. This is the navy from Hobby Lobby. So there is a little bit difference. I don't have the cutouts in here with me. They are sitting on a flat surface with books over them, so they don't curl in the time that they're sitting here. And then here's the white. These are from Joann's. I had a partial left, and I have a couple of sheets left. The only size they had were these smaller sheets, which I hate. I like the 12 by 12 if I can get them. But what I like about this is it's a true white. And that was important to me. And I did use that true white on her other ones, so I would like to use it on here. The navies might be a little bit different, but that happens with a lot of glitter stuff, so it's not going to be a huge deal. And as you can see, the navy is not on top except for on the junior, and it's fine. So I think that'll be okay. If I end up needing to cut out the junior on here, I can do that as well. We will see. I mean, it's an option. If I had thought about it before, I would have put the junior with the eagles, but I'd already put it on here, so it was like a mess. But I think I can do it in cardstock. I've done them. I've done monograms and stuff in glitter cardstock that were finer than that and not had an issue. So we will try it. If I need to cut it in HTV glitter, I will. But we will see. We're going to try and cut them all out just like that. Okay, so now we go to make sure that it's on Maker 3 because I do have a Joy as well. And then I'm going to click Make for any material in 12 by 12 matte. Okay, so you can see all the white on here, but that's too much. I don't have a 12 by 12 sheet. I have, what is it, 8.5 by 11. I'm going to have to move some stuff around. Oh, I forgot to get my gold out too. Got a whole stack of gold, so not a big deal. These are from Michaels. I love these big packs of glitter. You can't get every color, but you know, the colors you're going to use a lot, like silver, white, which of course the white, here's their white. It has like the iridescent colors in it. Unfortunately, that's what you get with a lot of the glitter cardstocks. It's hard to find a true white. But they have gold, silver, rose gold, I think black. I can't remember what all colors, but I get several of those packs when I get low. So we are good on the gold. Let's go down to the navy. And I'm always moving these designs around. I don't ever like the way they set them up on the mat. I mean, I guess that's okay. I don't like how close together that was. I don't see any sense in that. But this was what I was talking about. These are in 3 sets. If I had left them connected, it would have wanted to put them on the mat all together, which means there wouldn't have been room, which means I would have had to get out a bigger mat and bigger cardstock because I think it was 15 inches long. So that would not have worked. See that? Did I do that? Yeah, I did that on purpose. Some of those little, oh, I don't like that. Okay, I need to go back. All right, I did not see those. I'm glad I just looked. Do you see those right there? I do not want those because it's not going to be an actual, it's just going to be a line. It's just going to cut a line. It's not going to cut. Okay, that one's okay, and that one's okay. I'll leave those. All right. Let me make sure those are solid. Those are solid. See, there's the Ella. There's the little thing right there, and that's okay. I'll leave that one. It's big enough that it'll actually show. But those that they had in there was just going to be a line, and it was just going to, it could possibly mess up the cardstock, so I don't want to do that. All right, let's go back to that. Go back through this. Go back to this, and I have to redo that again. It's okay. It happens. I cannot leave this alone. I have to mess with this all the freaking time. Okay, let's see. Yes, I do this every time. I can't help myself for some reason. I don't know if I like that, but I'm not going to go back again. Okay, so now I'll have this much cardstock. I always save my scraps, so I feel like I'll have more there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. No, I need to go fix the white first. Okay, let me go back to the white. And let's see. Material size is 8.5 by 11. So it's going to make 2 of them. Let's see if I like that. Why did they do that? This drives me crazy. I feel like I can always find a better way that it's on there. Okay, let me do that one. I don't know if this will be any better or not, but I can't help myself. I think I spent way too much time probably doing this. Like I said, I can't stop myself. It's a compulsion. I like to keep them all the way from the edge as much as possible. There, I'll have a little bit of scrap right there. Can I fit? No, I doubt I can fit that. What is that? 2 inches? No, there's not enough room for that. Okay, and I have that scrap piece. That is going to be 8.5 by about 5 inches. So that will be plenty for the junior. Okay, I am good to go. Let's get going on this. Okay. The pretty sticky mat, I did use it the other day too. I think it'll be okay. I forgot to clean it off though, and it needs to be like this. I believe I forgot to clean it off. But it's so important to keep it sticky. I'm out of practice, I guess. Let me try and get that on there. Okay. All right, let's continue. Glitter cardstock. I had some issues the other day with the glitter HTV. Now I'm a little bit nervous that it's not going to cut good, so I clicked more. Hopefully that will be good. Here. All right, I gotta find a better one where you guys can see what I'm doing and see the screen. Turn you just a little bit more. Okay, there's my maker right there, my maker 3. So I'm gonna have 4 different mats. Let's see if I have any more that this one was the one I was cutting HTV on. It's a good clean new mat, so I don't want to use that for glitter cardstock until I get down to needing it. And I don't know how many mats I have in here. An older one. I've got several older mats. I don't know which ones are sticky and not. I know I cleaned them off really good after the season, but some of them don't even have the protective things on them. Hey, gods. There's another really good mat. Here's one that hasn't been opened yet. Ooh. This one's all dirty. It's not covered up, so it's all dirty. It needs to be clean. We'll put it. Definitely need to leave that out somewhere. Another big one that has not been opened. And then I have Brother Scan and Cut. I have another long one hanging, and I think it's a really good one too. Okay. The new ones are going to go down first. Some of these are Cricut, and some of these are generic. And I find that they work the same. I don't want to use those. See if any of these are sticky enough. This one still had a cover on it. Here's a generic and here's a Cricut. So you can tell the difference in the grains, but otherwise they're almost identical. And they both work, so. Yeah, that one's gonna work too. So that helps. Go ahead and have another one prepared. My big acrylic ruler. That's the only place really for me to keep that as well. This blue one's really sticky too, so I'm gonna go ahead and prepare that one too. Okay. Right. I don't think any of these are sticky enough. You have purple strong grip one. See if it'll hold the cold. And we are good to go. We won't have to worry about that step. We've already got that done. I have videos on cleaning and re-sticking my mats too. But this is what I love to use for re-sticking my mats. Works so good. Take it outside. I like to use masking tape around the edges and then spray a couple of coats of this. It doesn't take much at all. You don't want to soak it. You just lightly spray it. And you can still clean it off with baby wipes and it doesn't affect it. It stays tacky. It doesn't, You don't have to scrape old adhesive off or anything like that. You just want to clean it good with a scrub brush and hot water. Or Windex. Windex works too. And after it dries, spray that stuff on there. So good. I've been using that for years, and I'm not going to stop unless I find something that's better. I have a couple of bottles of my glue, so I should be good on that. It's the Art Glitter Glue. A subscriber told me about this a few years ago. It's been several years now, and I haven't stopped using it. I love it. May have been too much. It's really deep, especially for that glitter. Glitter's kind of fine. You know, some of them are thicker, chunkier, but they don't look messed up. But the edges are a little overdone. So let me correct that. I'm going to sharpen my blade. Try to sharpen it after each one. I really need to get a new blade. I tried, but I ordered the wrong one. Now we are on to this one. Again, glitter cardstock. I'm going to try just the defaults on this one. Put this over here. Alright, let's do this. You can see what I'm doing. And there's that little piece I need. A little saint piece. I'm going to put it right over here. I have found, let me give you this tip. I have found that there's been times where I accidentally threw away some little piece I needed. So now I try to remember to just push everything over, like in the corner of my mat, all the things that I think is trash. And I can't tell you how many times I needed to go through that and find some little piece. And so I was really thankful that I did that. I would suggest doing something like that. Or even if you have like a trash box like I do most of the time, and you make sure that you put it all in the trash box. That way you can go through the trash box. But a lot of times I will have like sticky stuff in the trash box, like tape type stuff, and so it could mess it up. So for me, like scooting it all over until I'm done and then throwing it away works best for me. Almost done. Running out of space. When it does that. Don't know what pieces I need right now. What's the inside of letters and what's the letters right now? An N, I definitely need that. There's the C. Okay. I'm going to put this over to the side as well. And right now I'm just going to push everything right here. And I am so bad about taking off freaking tape on the back side of some of those. And then I've glued them to cardstock and it's been fine. Just, I fear that it would peel off. Something that I just can't seem to remember to do. Not all of them have that on there. Okay. Let's see how this one did. Put that one to mine. Okay. Forget to take that. This does feel like a different thickness than that. Let's go in there. All right, let's see what we have next. Now for the gold, okay? Glitter cardstock. All right, let's find her name. So here is Ella. Look how pretty that is. And cut out great. Put that there. There's Junior. All right, now for Maddox. All right. Let's see. Here's the Saint, and here's the little dot. I had it right here. I had it right there. Now I've already lost it. What the heck? Seriously, just lost it. And I had it right there. Did I move it? There's a dot I don't need. Oh my gosh. How is that even possible? It irritates me so bad. See, nothing worse than trying to look on the floor for something. Okay. Move all the letters over here so I can try to find. Nope, that's the M for his name. There's an O. And there's an I. Seriously, it's not here. There it is. Maybe there's a square. Maybe that's it. And save that. I think that's all trash, so let's get moved up there. Those letters together with the little dot. I think that's all his letters. And now for the navy. Again, glitter cardstock. And let's see. That one cut out fine. Let me sharpen that blade again. Glitter cakes up on those blades as well. So sharpening it on the foil ball is going to also clean that glitter off. It's going to be the bottom layer for Ella. That's nice and big for the heart and her name to really stand out. Hey, Lucy. All right, so now what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to cut off this stuff. And then this goes in a different pile for scrap pieces. Actually, that's going to be a little difficult. So what I'll do is do that because it's easier for me to store my envelopes that way. That's trash. This will get hung up in the machine if you try to put it in like this. So you really need a solid piece. And you may just need some little piece for hanging a feather boa or something like that. So save that. If you don't use it in your machine, you may need to use it for other things like that. That I didn't use, so that's going to go over here. And I'm going to throw these away. Again, I'm keeping my scraps. The little pieces that I think is trash, I'm saving it until I've glued these just to make sure. And you want to make sure that you got all the little pieces out of these too, like especially ones like this. So I have a gold envelope, and I will put my gold pieces in there. I don't like them. I really don't like them like hanging out. I think they do better like this. I do have one that they're hanging out, but I really hate that. Let's see, where are we on here? Getting close. So I've got this little tool. This one came from Dollar Tree. Actually, I have two of them. This came from Dollar Tree. And then I have my reverse tweezers from TJ's Magic Touch. These things are awesome. And I have my glue. I have my little non-sticky sheets here, which these are just the backing to my shipping labels. I get 2 uses out of them. Okay, let's see how this thing did. And again, I forgot to take off this thing. There's Maddox. Junior is going to be a little bit more difficult. Scraper. Okay, so again, that's the little dot that I need. It's the offset for the dot. All right. Those pieces I think are trash. I'm going to put them off to the side. And then I'm going to try to weed out my junior here. Let me get into Cricut and done. And I will use that to as a guide as well. Okay. Let's see. We'll just put this on full screen for now. All right. I think the rest of this is in one piece. I just want to take it off very delicately. It cut perfect. Awesome. Look at that. Beautiful. Got all my pieces. Okay, set that to the side. Here's Ella. There's that little cut. You can see through it, so that's okay. If it was just going to be like a straight line, then I would not have done it. And that's how, thereabouts, that's how that one's going to look. More evenly though, but you get the idea. Okay, here is Saint. And that T again. Goodness. Okay, set that to the side. Let's see if I lost that piece again. Over there. All right, I want to do Maddox next. Big M. Nope, that's not the right A. Okay. I thought that A looked weird. There it is. Okay. See, that's still good size compared to this one. Is still going to stand out. Hopefully it's not too big for her. She's ordering early, so something, I mean, she hasn't started her month yet, but. All right, what I'm going to do is get back to that partial screen and pull that up from me. And pull that up a little bit. I just want to make sure. I think those S's are the same either way. Looks like it to me. Nope, that's not right. Then you got an A. And where's the B? I know I saw the B earlier. There it is. And then an I and an O. And like I'm looking at Maddox and like the X, you can see that little, how the bottom is spaced out more than the top. So that way I know I'm attaching that the correct way. Now for this one, okay, we got a D and an O, and that's this small m. And then I, see, it gets a little confusing here. You're like, where is it? And then the N, make sure I do the N right. The N is going to be, the top is going to be the, well, I guess either way. So it's the same either way, I believe. Comes off at the bottom. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Another I. And let's see, this is going to help me to kind of judge how far apart they need to be attached. I don't like ones that I have to attach individually. I hate these the worst because you've got to be so careful about lining them up perfectly. So usually I'll like glue, 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 and then work my way in. Because if I work my way over this way, I might find out that I was too far apart or too close together, and it's going to look weird. So to me, it's better if you go inward. All right, I'm going to take that off. Show more of the There we go. All right. Now I'm going to use these sheets to separate each cutout. I'm going to need 2 for her name because it's so big. Stop it. Okay. I'm going to go like this and then glue, and then glue her name. And then I'll do 2 more sheets, and then I'm going to put them on my under my mat over here because it does need a little pressure. They will kind of peel up after you glue them on, so to try and keep some weight on it until I can get it in the other room where I can stack books on top of them and protect them. This is what I'm going to do for now. Okay. Get the glue out. I was using this one the other day. It worked great. Making sure to go around the edges, but not too close to the edge so it oozes out. This does dry clear, so that is helpful. Try to get that centered as much as possible. I've noticed that, and where's my trees? If you're off a little bit, you can take these and kind of give it a move if you need to. But I think I got it almost perfect. I noticed with this art glitter glue, sometimes you can't move it at all after you've attached it, and then other times you can move it all around. Don't ask me, I don't understand. I'm going to go with the biggest piece first. Not doing a thick layer. This is a thin layer. This is a very fine point. That little lid gets on my nerves, though. I've got it over far enough. Nope, needs to go over just a hair more. See, that's gonna be right here. I think it was touching, so that's okay. And it's a little, there's a little bit there. That's okay. And let's get a Kleenex and dab it. Okay, and just to make sure that's touching. Looks like base is the same. Yeah, as perfect as possible, but it's not an exact science. Look how beautiful. I think she'll really like that. Okay. Get this under this mat. Put a little weight on it. Okay, let's do the junior next. Save those for last. Okay, I'm going to do that J first. And And it's difficult to glue these really fine parts. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm looking at the eye. That is going to be my focal point on figuring out if I've got these just right. Okay, that needs to go up a little bit. All right, I think that's good. Tap it down. Looks uniform to me. She's going to love this junior. Pretty writing. What I did was she told me what she wanted, what colors, and what colors she wanted on top, bottom, which one she wanted 2 layers, which one she wanted 3 layers. And she even told me on some of them, which, you know, like on the Ella, which she wanted the white, and then the navy and the gold. So I put them up on Cricut, and I did each name or word like 3 or 4 different fonts, and then screenshot it to her and let her pick her favorite fonts. And then I just saved as after I deleted the ones that she didn't want. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to do this and that, this and that. See, it has a glossy side, so the glossy side is what's going down. That's just going to protect it because it does have glue on it. I don't want it to, the glue to stick to it, whatever it's touching. So if I put those glossy sheets, it's not going to stick. All right, let's do Maddox next. And again, I'm going to start with the M. And I think I got that lined up well. Maybe a little bit over. Into the A. I think that's lined up. I'm not gonna like press really good in case I need to move them. Now for the O. I keep that in the thing upside down and open. And then every time I get it out, the glue is on the bottom of the bottle where I need it, or the top, I guess, if you think about it that way. It's all lined up good. Maybe down a little bit for that. If it's not too late. Okay. Looks good to me. All right. Start with the longest letter on this one. Not losing that little dot on the saint is going to be difficult. Light's really over here. And I do have my glasses on too. To me, this is the worst one because the offset, the letters are not real defined, except for the two end ones. Again, I'm not going to press them down real good because I'm hoping that allows me to move them if I need to. Let's put it right there. Another trick I learned from TJ. Oh yeah, that one's not on there straight at all. Like it needs to go in a little bit, maybe. No, it's a little low. Okay. In. That's, yeah, those aren't going to move anymore. Are they? Maybe. That's pretty good. And I'm sure it's not perfect, but it does look really good. I'm sure if you stare at it long enough, you'll see some mistakes, but I think I did a pretty darn good job. Almost done. What's the chances that I lose that? Pretty high, huh? Hey, I need my ceiling fan, but it is not my friend. Now for this little dot. And this is where the reverse tweezers are my besties. There we go. We are done. Yay. So excited. Okay. Excited to have that order done for her. Now I can throw away all those little pieces because they were not important. Now that I know, and I can save some of this navy. I can find the scissors again. That will get used. Great. Well, that is it for this video. I'll be looking for other tutorials. Let's see, a couple of mums I've finished for 2024. They're going on my Etsy shop. They are on my Etsy shop already. I made them for boys or girls. The green and black one I did on a live stream. I think I did it on both channels. Now that I'm thinking about it, I said that I did this one on both channels, but I think it may have only been one channel. I can't remember. I paid the extra recently for StreamYard so I can stream on both channels. So Now when I do live streams, I can live stream on both channels. I think it was the green and black one. I think that's the only thing I've got on both, so I'm sorry about that. It's on one of my channels, and I will put a link in the, a card will come across the right side of your screen. Little cards will come across, and I'll be sure to put a link to that, whichever channel it's on. It'll come across. There'll be like 5 videos or live streams that or playlists that will come across randomly through this live, and one of them will be for that. So make it easy for you guys to find it. So now this navy and gold one, I did do most of the skirt without videoing it, just crafting on my time, and then the next day I finished it off and recorded almost all of it, but my camera battery went dead before I could get all of it. But I show, and it's going on the actually I don't know which channel it's going on yet, because I have to do the voiceovers and stuff for it. But I did the mum head and attached a garter, ribbon necklace, pin on. So I show all that. I show attaching all the sections. I show attaching trinkets and bells on it and blinging it up. I tried to show the bow. I think I got part of the bow, but that's when the battery went dead. So I got like half of that mum, and it was a lot of time on video. But I will be uploading that on one of the channels too. So that's a video coming up. And I'm also working on a video that orange and navy senior mom I did for the baseball season. It wasn't for homecoming. It was back in December-ish, I think, when I did it. November, December. And it was for the baseball season. I believe I shipped it to her early December. So I did film quite a lot of that. And I have like an hour and a half of footage to go through and edit and voiceover. But that will be on one or both of my channels as well. So look for that too. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and comment, but please be kind with those comments. You know, throw some hearts in the comments. If you don't have anything to say, just give me a heart or two, some kind of emoji, and that really helps my channel out. It really helps it grow. So please do that. Give it a like, give it a share if you have somewhere you can share it to. And, you know, get in the chats on the premieres or lives, and don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because we have lots of wonderful people in our community that will help and give advice and not judge. I do not, and Connie and TJ, we built this nice little community, homecoming mom community, and we do not judge people. You know, whatever level or skill you're at, you're not going to get judged. You can ask anything you want, as long as it's not anything nasty. And yeah, we'll help you out. People in the chats will help you out, and you don't have to worry about getting made fun of and stuff like that, like you do on other communities in the mum making world. So we want to make a nice place for everybody to go and grow, no matter what your skill level is, no matter how many years you've been making mum, or if you're brand new and you're wanting to get into it, or if you've only been doing it for a year, whatever it is. We are here for this wonderful community, and we would love for you to join us. Just be kind, and don't forget to be kind to yourself. And I will catch you all on the next one. God bless you guys. Bye.